Go.
Welcome to another episode of the Generic Anime Podcast. I am the Animate, and with me are my Tomodachis, added cheese, consumer, and speed.
For those who don't know, Anime is starting a new career as a voice actor.
Yeah,
Animate will be the next voice actor of Deku in My Hero Academia.
exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
So, sneak peek there.
They
for
they
you.
hired me to do the part of Deku being cucked by Bakugo. So that's what I'm.
And now that image will forever live in your heads.
You're
Exactly.
welcome.
But yeah, before we can continue like talking, I wanted to ask, how you guys doing?
Doing pretty good. Pretty good.
Pretty sad.
Just finished
Oh.
my next script for a video that will be out
Ooh.
before this episode is out, hopefully.
Nice.
I recorded my new
nice.
video yesterday, so I just gotta get that all into the editing software. But I'm also very sad because Sayuri died. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we
That
had
Who
lots
is this
unfortunately
person, by
happened.
the way?
We,
Someone
we
actually
had
filmed
lots
me and I
of
didn't
celebrity
get
deaths. Maggie Smith,
True.
Dame Maggie Smith also died.
yeah,
True.
She was knighted.
I actually didn't
Yeah.
know who she was until I looked up. I was like, oh, that I thought
What
she.
the Speedy,
I
that's
didn't
a
know her-
new low. Come on.
I didn't know who she was. I didn't know the character she played.
Right.
I-
She's one of the
but
most
she was that-
famous British actors in a very long time.
I was like, hold on a second, I don't know, but I was like, oh, she played that character in Harry Potter. That makes sense.
She
There's an
also
Asian
played a
person
lot
in
of
Harry
other stuff.
Potter.
Yeah, like, that's the only one I know her from. Like, actually know her from.
She was one of the main characters in Downton Abbey, for example.
I've never watched Downton Abbey.
You should.
Are we still
Watch it
talking
with
about the
your
Sayuri person?
I don't.
No, we're talking about
Okay,
Maggie
okay.
Smith.
My bad. I was like, damn. I didn't know she was
We are
around.
talking about the dead celebrities.
I'd like
Unfortunately,
to add
yeah.
that, like, you know, those really bad Indian dramas. That's what
Yeah.
my grandma likes to watch. So, like,
Ah, okay.
yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like-
Downton
Wait.
Abbey is just the British version of that.
yeah, no, it's even worse. Trust me.
Speedy,
They're
you
so-
mean like
they're
the
100 times worse.
really bad ones,
Yeah,
the ones
yeah,
that like
those
people
are
fall
really
like
ones.
for 20 minutes and then someone
was-
can magically
okay, so
catch them
I
at
was
the end?
watching one with her. A baby somehow falls out of a window, and then the guy, he runs like this. He does a twist and jumps like that, falls down, grabs the baby, jumps, does a double jump midair and back into the thing.
So that's
Peak
like
cinema.
The,
Peak
What I will
cinema.
say is,
that's
how's that
like
any
the
different from
stereotypical Bollywood
MCU
quality?
or like every Jason Statham or Dwayne
Yeah,
The Rock
true.
Johnson
True,
film?
True.
No,
That
but
is a
it's
good
the
point.
fact that it looked like it got edited in PowerPoint presentation.
That's just
Again,
that's
how
just
is that
their
different?
Cinematic flair.
If
How
you
is
go
that
with the last Marvel
You-
movies,
you guys- you
it's
guys-
actually
You have to watch them long enough to understand how bad they are.
yeah.
I'd rather
think
watch
you're just a
EastEnders.
hater.
I'm always a
EastEnders
hater.
like really fucking popular.
Yeah,
yeah.
but even
So,
that,
yeah.
I find EastEnders quite
So, yeah.
boring.
Cheese is working on a new video. Consumer is
Yes.
working on a new video. Speedy is working on a new video. And
about
for
you,
the first time, I am also working on a new video.
Ah.
It's, so yeah,
Finally.
it's. I think I don't know when this video is gonna come out because it's gonna be I think around 35 minutes at least.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's
Oh wow! Damn.
it's gonna be
Is
yeah
that your longest
And-
one? Will that be your longest video?
yeah it's gonna be one of the longest ones. But again, I'm kind of surprised with like I normally I don't like do videos by length. Like I just like to speak about stuff.
Yeah.
And then, like, normally it goes around 7 to 8 minutes. But on this one specifically, since I did like a lot of research on specific stuff and everything, I ended up like doing the test to see how much the length of the video would be. And it was like around 35 minutes. And this
Damn.
without
Damn.
like edits, jokes, and, you know, the classic stuff.
yeah.
So I again, I don't know when I'm gonna publish this one because October is pretty much here, and I'm planning to do the one video per week for October for Halloween,
Mhm.
and so yeah, it's
Are you gonna finish it with Uzumaki?
I hope so. That the plan is like to go like talking about specific mangas and authors that I've recently found out about. That, you know, normally horror manga, we the big name is Junji Ito, and
obviously.
of course, obviously, but there are some amazing guys that unfortunately don't get that much recognition. And the videos are gonna be like trying to make people read those mangas that I think that
I
are
think
actually
that's
pretty
a
good
really
as well.
idea.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I mean,
I think
horror
it's a really
horror
good
in
idea.
general is just
Oh, nice.
horror in
Thanks.
general is just like a really underappreciated genre in manga and anime in
True.
general. Like it's just not a really big thing, which is weird because Japan has produced some incredible horror films.
Exactly,
Yeah, they
exactly.
are very film horror people.
Like The Ring is amazing. The
True.
Grudge, easily one of the best horror series ever, especially
Yeah.
the Japanese origin. The Americans got a bit odd.
True. Yeah. I think that like, Asian horror movies in general like are amazing. Like you have a
Oh,
lot
yeah,
of
yeah.
good movies like in China. I think the Malaysia as well has like a lot of good horror
Yeah,
stories because they have like a
and-
lot of lore with demons and ghosts that unfortunately not a lot of people in the Western know about. So
Yeah,
Vampires.
Korea has distinguished themselves really well with zombie stuff in recent years
true,
as well.
true,
Like,
true,
Korean zombie films are easily some of the best zombie films out there.
true.
People still make zombie films.
Dawn of the Dead. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Korea makes really. Korea makes great zombie films. The Train to
True.
Busan is one of them. There's Hashtag Alive. There's the whole Kingdom series.
Would you guys consider zombie movies like horror movies? Because I always kind
They're-
of count them as like their own thing. Like
Yeah, they're kind of their own thing,
I
but I feel like
agree.
they're more of a sub-genre of horror.
But they're so
I see, I
big.
see.
It feels weird to call them a subgenre. Like, I feel like you probably
Yeah.
get more zombie films than the entire rest of horror films put together.
Probably, yeah. But Finland actually makes some pretty decent horror films. So we have a couple of very like critically acclaimed ones. About some of them are about Finnish folklore. Like there's one called Sauna, which is about this demon who this like sort of it's weird. I can't really say much about without spoiling it, but there's a sauna where all evil is washed away, and it's like I think it's in like late 19th century Finland. It's a really good film.
What about
Nice,
say it's
nice.
in Lapland?
We
That's
also
the-
have
away.
the rare export series of Santa Claus Christmas horror.
Wait,
Which-
what?
Which
What?
like, so the original Finnish Santa Claus is very different from the Saint Nicholas, and there's a whole series of horror films called Rare Exports, which are about like the original Finnish version of Santa.
Okay, I'm so curious
How
now.
does it-
How's
How's
the original version?
The original version is like he doesn't come and give you gifts. He comes when you're naughty and does fun things like beat kids to death with sticks, and
Oh,
My
he has his elves
God.
eat human flesh and stuff like that.
You better be good this year, or Finnish Santa's gonna curb check you.
like
But
I
there is-
remember reading something about like a folklore creature called Krampus that used to do stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is that the?
very similar? But I
Okay.
can't remember what it's actually called originally. Let me Google that.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
there's a name for it.
Wait, I know that like me and Cheese are gonna watch Uzumaki. Do you guys are planning to watch that too, or?
probably
Maybe.
not. I think it's cool.
If there's
but
if there's nothing
I
good
suck
this
at
season,
watching seasonals, bro.
I think we all do after the last talk that we had.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just gonna be realistic with myself. I'm not gonna be able to keep up with it. I don't think I've watched a seasonal in months.
Yeah, it's. I think the last seasonal that I've watched, kinda like in time, was Frieden, but I started watching it like around the last episode. So when everyone was like, "Yeah, first season amazing," I was like, "Oh my god, this first episode is so good. I need to watch more."
Yeah, I didn't even. I got like 3 episodes in. I just couldn't.
Also, it's basically the Finnish Santa. It's just still called Santa, but it's basically based on Krampus, so it has the big goat.
I
horns
see.
and
I see.
everything. The
I
evil
see.
Santa.
The evil Santa.
Yeah, I do sometimes watch. I try to take like I've made an effort of watching at least 3 seasonals every season.
Yeah, like for the
Because
type of
otherwise-
content that you bring, it's kind of like you, it's literally something that you need to do. But
Yeah.
right, is that like more
Yeah,
for
it-
more because of the YouTube?
It kind of is, but at the same time, it's because of YouTube. I watch a lot less anime now, and it's one of these things that I still want to like stay on top of things with anime.
Yeah.
And if I didn't basically quote unquote force myself, ooh, so horrible, I have to watch anime.
I just
Yeah.
don't believe
If
you
I did-
watch less though, because I feel like you watch a lot. Like I feel like you watch a lot. Like
There were times when I could like watch an entire series of anime in one day, like 12 episodes in a day, and I just can't do that anymore.
I can't do it either.
I miss those days. I
for the
miss
right
those days.
series,
Yeah, but
for
it's-
the right
it's-
series, I can still do it.
I mean, yeah, but it's like the watching at least 3 shows every season and making videos out of them kind of. I want to keep that like I want to know what modern anime is like
Yeah.
keep
Why?
fresh with that, and that's why I'm doing
What about
it.
old stuff? What about the
There's
classics?
old stuff as well. Like if I didn't
Cla-
watch it and make videos of at least 3 new seasons, I would only pretty much just talk about old stuff.
Yeah, I think
Astro
that's
Boy,
kind of like
Astro
the line about AniTube. You know, you either go like the most recent anime that there is, or you either go like, oh, I found this anime from the 80s that like 2 people have watched and
Yeah.
is amazing.
But
So
I
it is.
actually funny you should say that. I'm actually working a couple of videos at the same time, and one of them is anime used to be better.
Ooh. Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
nice.
That's
nice.
a take. That's a
But
take.
I will
I can't-
say,
Can we?
anime
I can
is
agree with
undergoing
it.
a resurgence. I will say, even though I've not seen stuff like Freerun, there's a lot of really good anime which I think will be seen as classics that are coming out at least 1 or 2 every year. I think, which is
Yeah,
quite a lot,
Yeah.
as opposed to.
Also,
a
consuming you
few
would
years
probably
ago.
enjoy Freedom.
What does an anime has to have and do to be considered a classic for you guys?
I think impact and quality.
Have a dog in it.
I
For
think
an
it-
example,
Feeding.
Jujutsu
We're not doing
Kaisen
that this episode.
has a great impact in the anime community and manga and everything.
I don't think JJK
But
is a
would you
classic.
guys consider that like a classic,
No.
or that is gonna become a
No.
I
classic?
think it has the
No.
quality from an animation perspective. I just think the story is okay.
Yeah, it's the same with Demon Slayer. Like the animation perspective is amazing, and the story is just
Yeah.
kind of
Some people will probably even consider Demon Slayer a classic. To be honest, it's already
Yeah.
like 5 years old. Some people might.
Honestly,
Yeah.
like I feel like for an anime to be a classic, it needs to have like a not necessarily just an impact of oh my god, this is cool and a lot of people watching it. It needs to have some kind of a profound impact that changes.
I know
that
this is the
genre.
obvious answer, but like the immediate one that's coming to my mind is Attack on Titan.
Oh, that yeah.
Yeah.
That's obviously one.
Attack on
Holy
Titan has
shit,
become
that
a
was loud.
classic.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's like
What
Attack on
happened?
I got
Titan's.
my
Well,
headphones.
to be fair, but Demon Slayer is bigger than Attack on Titan.
Yeah, it is, but
It
I
is.
don't think it
Yeah.
has.
Because when
I
I
don't think
say I
Demon Slayer
watch
has
anime,
had the same
people ask me now,
impact
"Oh,
on
have you
shonen
seen
and
Demon
anime
Slayer?"
viewers.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Like, and isn't Demon Slayer still like the most sold manga ever?
No.
No,
Yeah.
no,
One Piece.
Isn't
I
it?
don't
Or
think-
it's One Piece?
But
I
think it's
know
One
it was
Piece. I think
sold
it's
in a
One
single
Piece.
year. I think in a single
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
It also has the Mugen Train movie is the highest grossing, at least anime
Yes.
film, if not Japanese film of
That's
all time.
crazy.
Yeah.
Considering like
Previous
Ghibli
previous
exists.
one was Spirited Away.
I
which is
think
by
it's
far a
because
significantly better movie.
Demon Slayer, like it's so commerciable, like in terms of
Yeah,
merchandise. Like you have like all these characters that are cool, cute. You know,
It's
I
just
remember
easy-
like
it's
watching
super
some
easy to
interviews of like
watch.
yeah. I remember watching some interviews like of Japanese, like normal Japanese people, like they all knew like what Demon Slayer is. So
I feel like the thing for like a classic anime, it needs to do something like brave and new that has a profound impact. But something like Demon Slayer does, like Demon Slayer does really good things, but it only ever does like tried and trusted things that everyone else can do. It's just
Yeah.
marketed really well. It's produced in a way that is really easily like really sellable. So
Yeah.
that's why Demon Slayer doesn't qualify as a classic.
well, recently I saw on Twitter that Japan did like a vote thing to vote like what's like the best anime of all time, and they decided to vote for Dragon Ball. Are you guys like would
Yeah,
agree
I
with
think
that?
that's a classic.
Or maybe One Piece, Naruto is actually getting there.
One Piece manga
still
is there.
haven't
I
seen
don't
Ball.
think the anime has anywhere near the same impact as a Dragon Ball.
I
Yeah,
think Dragon, like in terms of like sheer global impact, Dragon Ball is probably the biggest one
I
because
think
that's
so.
kind of the first one that
What-
really
yeah.
made it in the West as well.
true.
Wait, I'm gonna do that thing again.
Please, consumer,
Yeah.
tell us the thing.
No,
Tell
I
us
was
about
just saying
Astro Boy, Daddy
Astro Boy
Consumer.
was the first. Because Astro Boy
Oh,
literally
okay.
He was
got
the first, but
localized in America in the 60s. Which is kind of crazy to
Hmm.
think about.
But
But
would
it-
you say
it's-
that Astro Boy had the same impact globally as Dragon Ball?
No, not in terms of lasting impact. Like Astro Boy,
Yeah,
after a few
exactly.
decades, like only old
I think
people know.
Astro Boy is more about legacy than impact.
Yeah. But
Didn't Astro Boy get,
technically
like, a Disney
speaking,
Yeah,
remake
fair
as
enough.
well?
the
Fair
design of Goku is inspired by Astro Boy. So
And
you
that
know,
is
Oh,
true.
the hair,
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
So if you go there,
I need to watch Dragon Ball at some
I would
point.
also say Evangelion would be there.
yeah,
Yep, absolutely.
Akira would
True.
be there,
Mhm.
especially like
in the
pre-Dragon Ball.
poster
Like,
for
those
the
were
new
stuff
Sonic
I
the
thought
Hedgehog
pushing.
movie, in one of the posters for the new Sonic the Hedgehog movie, he's doing the Shadows doing
Yeah,
the
the Akira
slide with
pose.
motorbikes.
Is he
Yeah.
actually?
Yeah, Chris
Oh,
Light.
that's so cool.
Yeah,
I'll have
he
to
is.
look that
It's
up.
one of the many posters that they
I
gave out.
mean,
For
you
free.
gotta take things from really popular genres when you are Sonic the Hedgehog, so you know, gotta
Oh,
pan
literally
the
Sonic's
popularity
Super
somehow.
Saiyan thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It's called Chaos Control, yeah.
Sure
Fucking
thing,
Super
buddy.
Saiyan.
But the only way they get it
Chaos
is using
Control, that's
all
what-
the
that's what-
Chaos Emeralds.
Infinity.
Like,
Yeah,
gathering
Dragon
all
Ball
Dragon Balls.
is like is one of the best animes of all time. I think. Like maybe not in terms of story, but even there, you know, the impact that it has. It's something that I don't think that we still had something like maybe One Piece is getting there with the hype and everything. Yeah, and I'm saying that as a non One Piece fan. But I don't know. Dragon Ball is. I think it sets the standard, you know, and not even the
Yeah.
standard. It set like the fucking guy, you know.
But something that
Yeah,
also,
I think.
or
Go
no,
on,
you go
Consumer.
on. I'll say this. I'll say this one.
No, like I was thinking, like since we're talking about classic anime, I feel like the older shows kind of have a better, like more of an advantageous position for that because they are the first big stuff. Like
True,
nobody
true.
would argue that Full Metal Alchemist isn't a classic because it started like a whole style of like darker anime. Weirdly, in that same sense, Sword Art Online would be a classic. It's a terrible
for the
classic.
easy stuff.
Yeah.
It still like inspired an entire subgenre of isekai. Like
Yeah.
nowadays,
Yeah.
every fucking isekai has something from a video game, and
Mm.
all that started
I-
from Sword Art Online.
I'm going to make up one here. A Spy Family.
I don't think it has.
I don't think that's a classic.
Not yet. I
Oh.
believe. I believe it has the potential.
It
Because
has the potential, but it kind of like the hype
It's
sort of
kind
died
of-
down
I
after the
agree.
first
It's
Yeah.
inflated.
The hype died down, but it is a pretty good show. I can't lie.
No,
I
it is,
I
it is.
thoroughly enjoyed it. Also,
It's like,
I got managed to get my mum to watch it, and she's like never watched any anime, and even she enjoyed it. So like,
I mean, I like the homage it does to old school spy films like James Bond and
yeah,
weirdly Austin Powers with some of the comedy.
Nice.
Austin Powers is pretty good though.
Yeah, it is. I think that like
The only thing they need now is a car that goes underwater.
they're probably gonna have something
They're
like that.
probably
They
gonna
need-
have that.
I'm not keeping up with the manga, so I don't know. But I haven't kept up with it in ages.
Yeah,
Manga
I mean,
fans
it-
are gonna be like, well, actually, there actually is.
Actually, well, no one's gonna fucking comment on this video.
Oh,
So it's
Oh,
fine.
speaking about manga, I saw that Consumer has started reading Doctor Slump.
Oh, I have
Wanted to ask,
started.
is it good?
It's
Is
fun.
it good?
I think it's a fun, like, turn your brain off manga. Like, it is so stupid. Like, it is the stupidest thing I've ever seen.
Have you heard of Azumanga Daioh?
Yeah, I've seen. I've read
Azumanga.
like half of Azumanga Daioh, but nothing is as stupid as
Consumer-
Doctor Slump.
Like
Since
I
you
would want to read it, Consumer, but I've heard that a lot of people say that it's a lot of poo jokes. You know?
There's so many poop jokes.
N-
That's-
not a big fan of those. Not a big fan
Toilet
of
is
those.
humor, there we go.
like
I love toilet humor.
Arale's whole thing is like she's really strong and has this like insatiable obsession with just poop. Like I don't know how many times she just walks around holding a poop stick or poking it at people's face.
Oh no!
It's just-
No.
Consumer,
literally just
have you
troll.
seen? Have you guys seen? Reminded of by these poop jokes. Have you guys seen Yonda Masuyo Asazel-san?
No.
No.
It's
no.
it's a pretty funny comedy anime about obviously Azazel being the fallen angel, but I think he's categorically. It's about like these cutesy chibi demons that are being summoned by a supernatural investigator. It's a full-on comedy show. It's really good and it's full of poo pee pee humor.
But
Because one of the
I quite
characters, I
like
can't
it.
remember which demon it is, but his favorite food is eating poop.
Oh fuck! I hate that. Like
I-
okay, you know why I hate these kind of jokes. Like
Why?
once I started reading a manga
actually
that I
ate some
completely
poop.
forgot the name. Sorry.
You accidentally
sorry,
ate your
Consumer.
poop.
Sorry, could you say that again? I can't hear
You
you.
cutting out
accidentally ate your own poop.
No, no,
Okay,
no,
okay.
no. But there was this manga that I don't remember the name of it that I thought about like doing a video because if I remember correctly, it's like a mix between horror and comedy, and I was like, it seems like something that is very interesting.
Mhm.
But then I started reading it, and literally every joke was a shit joke, like a poo-poo joke. Like literally, it was either like someone eating shit or drinking piss or eating shit and piss, and I was like, nah, this
so
can't be that. I think I read the fourth chapter and I was like, yep, that's it. I'm not doing that. I'm not, bro.
that is quite funny. Though.
It is
Toilet
like
humor is the best.
there's a place for toilet humor, but it can't be everything that there is. Like
yeah, exactly.
like Golden Kamuy does a lot of pee pee poo poo jokes here and there, but it's like it's not normally like pee pee poo poo humor. It's just all sorts of messed up humor. But when they do some kind of like a piss joke, they just go all out on it,
Oh boy.
and it works weirdly well.
Does that include the jerk off battle?
That's not pee pee poo poo humor. That's just jerk off.
That's
I
just-
know, but I mean, like,
get what
going
he
over the
means, though.
top.
It's like adjacent.
Yeah,
though.
like that. It's the like. I feel like Golden Kamuy does the thing where like they have a theme for the joke and they just take that like so far over the top
Mhm.
that no one can be offended by it because it's like obviously meant to be a joke. Like the whole sumo thing. That's clearly
Sumo!
not a analogy for anything else.
Oh boy.
Americans.
No, there's a like a group of because obviously all the male characters in Golden Kamuy are very muscled and large, hairy men, and there's the scene where they eat an aphrodisiac with just the boys,
Ooh.
and then they play
Ooh.
sumo.
Oh, I
Huh.
see.
And it's
oh
no.
no.
Yeah.
Boys, I have an idea for the next special.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna get squished by cheese.
Come
Don't worry, we'll all mount you, brother.
No.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna gain the ability to teleport.
Okay.
Oh boy.
But yeah, there's a bunch of pee pee poo poo humor in Yonder Masuasa-san, but I feel like it fits the theme. It's not like overdone.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Well,
think
look
because
Go
I
on.
know that humor is like a lot of what's the word? It's subjective.
Subjective.
Like
Yes, it's-
what I may find
subjective.
funny, not be funny to everyone. But if the only joke that you use is a pee pee poo
Yeah,
poo joke,
absolutely.
it gets unfunny really quick.
I do find
Yeah, it's
it
like you
really
can do
funny.
a whole genre of crass humor, but it can't just be one thing that
Okay.
you're laughing at.
What
yeah.
do we think about the pervy gag humor in anime?
Kinda like mid.
I think it's funny if done correctly. Like if
Yeah.
you overdo it, it becomes like okay, this is just like is this some self-insert kind of character that you
Mm,
Have
that
you
you're
guys
putting
heard
in
of
the
an anime
story?
called MF Ghost? They overdid that to shit.
Like
yeah.
you can do it really well, like the whole fucking holy pilgrimage in Naruto.
Yeah.
For Kakashian guy. Like that is
Yeah,
a really
like-
well done example of it.
The
When
first
they
time
go-
that I've watched Naruto, I did not like notice that Kakashi was like reading these kind of
Yeah.
books and stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. It's subtle.
After-
It's subtle.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
subtle.
then they go on a holy pilgrimage to the place where Jiraiya actually wrote the book.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
do they go with Tsunade or someone and she's like really fucking pissed at them as well?
I don't remember.
It's one of the fillers.
This is in my head memory somewhere.
They take one of the female characters with them, and she's really angry at them because it's Guy and Kakashi are both like out of commission after a mission, and they decide to go on a healing journey, and it's a
Oh,
holy pilgrimage to the
healing.
place where the naughty book's been written.
Oh
Yeah. I think Naruto does this trope very tastefully. Like it never feels like it's too much.
What about One
Um,
Piece and Sanji?
Like I've seen a lot of people comment that. Is that like happening that much on the manga?
That's his entire gag. I just think it's the funniest thing ever, though. I think it's
Yeah, the
so
fucking-
funny. Well, like it's a
the-
complete
like,
I've seen a,
opposite. It's
I've
not
seen a lot of
subtle
people
at
on Twitter say stuff like, "Oh, One Piece would be better if Sanji wasn't there because he wouldn't
It's just
do
so
like all
funny.
this stuff."
Yes, like Sanji's whole thing is like it's funny for a bit, and then it just gets
I think
tiresome.
it's just the Fishman Island Sanji is the funniest joke.
I mean,
I've
yeah,
ever seen
it
in my
works.
life.
It works really well in some occasions, like the Fisherman Island one. It's like the whole point is that the fishermen can't give Sanji blood because it's against their law, and Sanji had such a massive nosebleed from seeing the mermaids that he's gonna die if he doesn't get a blood.
It was just so it was just so random. I was like, like he just hard committed. He was like, yes, he's dying because he was too horny, and I was just thought it was the
Yeah, but then there's the whole thing where Nami becomes a child, and
yeah, but that's
Sanji
not canon.
goes
That's
all-
not canon. That's not canon. That's not.
Sanji
canon.
goes all fiddly.
That's not
The
canon.
one I-
That's not
the
canon.
The one I especially hated was the way, like, this is a spoiler for the 1-0 arc, a slight one, but they're basically attacking it's the final attack to save the country of 1-0, and Sanji sees a sign for a pleasure district, and he just abandons everything to run off to the fucking whorehouse.
Real.
Bro had his goals straight away. Bro
Like,
was.
I
Yeah.
feel like Brooks' perviness is used better most of the time.
Yeah,
Because his whole thing is like he just asks every woman if he can see their panties.
is that Brook from Pokemon?
Oh
no,
no,
Brook from One Piece. He's
from
the
One
skeleton
Ah,
guy.
okay.
Don't spoil. Brooke's entrance is incredible, but yes, Brooke is
Yeah.
very one-dimensional in his joke. But it's funny
Yeah,
when Brooke like asks it to like Big Mom, who's like a 60-year-old woman, like stuff like that. is,
Yeah,
like, killer.
he does it to fucking everyone. Also, I love the dynamic between Brooke and Robin.
Oh yes, there's. Oh.
Robin being savage.
Speaking about Robin, have you guys seen the casting for the One Piece live
Oh,
action
yeah,
of
I did.
Robin?
I think it's pretty good. It's also like the actress is originally Russian, and
Yeah.
Robin, like Oda has said that if the One Piece characters were from a certain nationality, Robin would be Russian.
Ooh, nice.
I really like her accent. I listened to her
Yep.
on an interview with Matt Owens, the showrunner, and I thought she gives the right vibe. I think.
Yeah, also, like, I feel like the One Piece TV show has done, like, appearances is also a real... It's not the primary deciding factor for the actors, but
Yeah.
somehow all the appearances align really fucking well with the characters.
do.
And Robin
True.
is no different. I'm still interested in seeing Chopper, though.
Something I found out about that about the One Piece live action is the voice actor for Ghost from Modern Warfare 2 was in there, and he was like I think he was a chef in there.
I don't know who.
There are
I
quite a
never
few
played
chefs,
Modern
also,
Warfare.
as or like,
it was
like
just,
they say in Japanese, kokko. Which doesn't
yeah. I
mean
don't
cock.
know what scene in particular, but I remember seeing it on TikTok. It was like, oh, this is the voice actor from Ghost of Modern Warfare 2. He's in this particular scene, plays the scene. It was just two people like talking about food. I was like, oh, great, okay,
Maybe-
that's cool.
maybe
I'm
it's
moving on
Zeph
with
or
the rest of my
something.
day.
It's every Sanji arc ever.
Yeah.
That's not... that doesn't have anything to do with being pervy. It's always food with Sanji.
Food.
Sanji has two sides, food and being pervy.
No, and a sad boy, bro.
He's a man of
He's
culture.
Such a
He's
sad
a man of
boy.
culture.
Like his life sucks so much. I think I've never cried more than
Isn't,
it's his first and second
It's
backstory, bro.
deserved.
That stuff's put me in pieces.
which
bro.
was the one that's mega racist?
what? What? Excuse me, brother.
Wasn't one of the characters on One Piece really racist or something?
No?
Oh, okay, must have been something else.
What? What have
It's
you
like,
been watching,
there's
bro?
the whole thing that the main bad
One
guys
Reich.
are like...
That's what
consider themselves
Speedy's been
superior
watching.
human
One
beings,
Reich.
and that's about it.
Oh. Oh no!
Yeah.
Wait. Oh no! That was the Shadow the Hedgehog meme. Disgusting black creatures. That was the meme.
What?
I mean,
What?
there's-
Excuse me, brother.
There's that fucking...
I
There's
can't
also the
remember
scene
what.
from Dragon Ball.
What did
that
you say to
everyone
me,
has seen.
huh, punk?
Yeah.
What did you say to me?
Japanese words off of me.
Oh,
There
boy.
is that Dragon
yeah,
Ball Z
there's-
being like,
In
"Wait,
one of
this
the
man's not black."
yeah.
Don't shoot!
There's
This man is
man's
not.
not black. There's a
I
scene
love
from one
it.
of the
Fucking
Sonic
Dragon
games
Ball.
where Shadow the Hedgehog just says "disgusting black creatures."
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Also,
I've seen that. I've seen
because
that
like
too.
because the
line.
scene from Dragon Ball is always taken out of context. There's a character
Yeah.
called Black who is like
Goku
evil. Is it Goku?
Goku Black.
True.
It's
It's,
Goku
it's
Black.
evil.
Yeah.
One of the characters just simply called Black.
Oh, I thought it was Goku Black.
It is,
Oh,
but they just call him Black. for
What
sure.
are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Super?
Awful. It's
Okay,
literally a
I like
parody of what made Dragon Ball
like it.
good. Like it's the
Simple
only
and to the
reason
point.
I think people think Dragon Ball has bad writing. It's purely because Super exists. Like Dragon Ball
That's a
has
bit
its
harsh.
issues with power escalation, but they're nowhere near
Also,
as
half
absurd
an
as they
episode
are
of
in
you shouting
Super.
at each other while you're powering up.
Yeah, but that was
is a
an
common
anime
Dragon Ball
thing.
meme.
They don't. That was an anime thing. That was Toei just doing what Toei does best.
Would you say that Dragon Ball is better enjoyed as the manga than the anime?
I'm going to read the manga soon, so I'll get back to you on that. But I do think the anime
Okay.
is really good. You can compromise and watch
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z Kai, which is them
True.
cutting out all the like little filler segments in
True.
the original.
Oh, that's actually an
DBZ.
interesting point. What is your stance on One Piece then?
I
Because
like
I
it.
think One Piece is the wrong. I think One Piece is the wrong way to watch One Piece, but it's a good way to initially get into the story.
What do you mean?
But if you actually want to enjoy One Piece, you should watch the whole thing or read the whole thing.
I think that that's something that I think that we should do with everything. When you watch something like anime or whatever, you should watch like even the fillers or for an example, when I was watching Bleach, like I knew like that people were like, okay, if you start watching Bleach, don't watch season 4 because it's the bound arc, it's non-canon to the story and everything. But I decided to watch it because I was like, well, first of all, it's kind of like my way to pay respect to the original fans that had to watch that shit at the same time, you know? If they had to, I'm gonna have to as well. And after that, you know, it's more of a, you know, if it's there, you know, might as well watch it. So if you're gonna have to watch the show anyway, so
Yeah.
what is like a few episodes, a few
But
100
in-
episodes
but
of
in
filler?
Bleach, it's like
what
what
is
is
that?
Naruto?
Naruto,
episode
70% of the
stretches.
series is filler.
Sorry, what, consumer?
It's like 40 episode stretches in Bleach. It's not like an episode here and
True.
there. They're like entire mega arcs.
In seasons, it's
Come
literally
on,
seasons.
Come on, consumer. Naruto is way worse with filler than Bleach.
Is it?
Yeah, there's like
Oh.
200 something episodes of filler in like the original Naruto alone.
Yeah,
Not
but
a-
I
let alone-
would say that the filler in the original Naruto, it doesn't feel like filler that much compared to Bleach. Like to Bleach, it's very evident that it's a
It just
filler.
doesn't
Like you're
even
like,
follow
oh,
the
okay.
story. It just cuts like right in the middle of a climactic thing, and it just pretends none of it happened and just
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so-
here's a funny thing. In the first filler arcs that they did, they kind of tried to fit it in like the canon timeline.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's like okay, it happened here between here and there, so it may actually be considered canon. But then I think like on the third filler, they were like, yep, this is a completely different story, nothing to do with like the original line. So you know, just fuck with that. You're just gonna have to watch it. And it's
Yeah,
like
like-
the worst filler season ever. Like Ichigo and Rukia have to protect like a princess from like some old guy that is trying to kill her, and you know it's fucking
B-movie
terrible.
plot.
I'm actually like, since I'm watching both Naruto and Bleach at the moment, and I'm watching both of them in a way that I just skip the spoiler because A, I'm mainly interested in the canon story, and B, I'm watching them for a video, and I've been working on that video for like 2 years now, and I really want to get it out at some point.
Damn,
But it
damn.
requires me to watch it all.
Damn.
Consumer, by the way, as a like a prerequisite thing, is the ending of Naruto as bad as people say?
No. The actual ending is fine. There's just a twist before the ending, which is kind of doo-doo.
Okay.
I think the ending is very satisfying. It
I've
pretty
just
much
seen the scene of
mirrors
Naruto and
part.
Sasuke
Have you
lying
finished part
on
one?
the ground without
Naruto
their
part
arms.
one.
I'm in the arc where Yamato gets introduced.
Okay, yeah. So you finished part one.
It's
So it
in
literally
Shippuden.
just
Yeah.
mirrors. It's like the end of part
Okay.
one.
I
I'll
will
leave
say
that
though,
to you.
Sasuke's fucking hand wing things are creepy and
Oh, they are,
just
aren't they?
out of the place.
I don't think they are though, because a lot of early Naruto, if you think Gaara, when he was in his half hybrid, there was a lot of elements of horror and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
horror anyway. So it's kind of
There's also there are two kinds of like schools of hand wings. There's the creepy Sasuke one, and then there's the Robin one that only looks creepy
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look really closely.
yeah. Just don't think about that one too much.
Yeah. Wings made entirely of fingers.
Oh,
Tasty.
Speedy,
make it out of something.
like we kind of know that like for an example, I'm a Bleach fan. Consumer is the Naruto guy, and Cheese is the One Piece guy. Let's kind of leave it like that. What is your favorite one out of the big three? Like
None of
I
them.
never knew that.
No,
What?
No, Speedy's the
Have you
Gintama
watched
guy,
any
right?
of them?
He's
Speedy's
in
I-
the one who's never
I-
watched any of them.
I've
For
only
real?
read-
You've
I've
never
only
watched?
I've only read the manga for Bleach.
Have you
That's it.
loser.
have you read like all of it
Loser.
or?
No, because my school had it, so I just borrowed the manga
Ah,
every
I see,
week.
I
I
see.
read it and go back, and I think I've got like I don't know how many volumes I'm in, but like I
Hmm.
found Bleach enjoyable.
Yeah.
One thing I find really weird about the big
I
three is
tried-
I feel like they all have like weaknesses that one of the other authors, like Kishimoto, Kubo, and Oda, they all have
Yeah.
like one major weakness, and the others do that weakness really well. So it would have been kind of cool to see them one day work on a manga together.
Oh, that would have been. That would
Ooh.
have, bro.
I
the
tried
That would be
world can
cool.
handle a
I
tandem.
tried to watch One Piece. I just couldn't. I tried to read the manga for One Piece. I just couldn't. I watched a little bit of Naruto and wanted to feel sick. So there's that.
What a volatile reaction.
Yeah, man just doesn't appreciate peak.
It is not peak.
Oh, yeah.
It's not.
But yeah, it's weird because like Kishimoto is really bad at world building,
Hmm.
and Oda's world building is just fucking next level. For
Mm.
example,
I do think Naruto's world, it had the potential to be really good, but I think what Kishimoto
90% of
great at
Naruto's
just
world is a
character
fucking
writing.
afterthought. It's like fuck, we need to do something with this.
None of them ever like I couldn't. They just couldn't like click with me.
Not
the
even
way some
Naruto's
other ones
first
do.
first chapter, bro.
Naruto's first chapter is jank as fuck.
What?
It's really
Oh, I kind of like it.
It is one
like
of the best single
the story
chapters
is
of
okay,
any
but if you
manga
try
I've
to
ever
watch
read.
the anime with like a
Ah,
modern
you mean the
viewer's-
anime? The anime. Okay.
If you try to watch the anime with a modern anime viewer's eye, it's just janky as shit. Like
How so?
out of the big three, Naruto is the one that most needs a remake for the
Huh?
anime.
Nani?
Admittedly, Boruto kind of doesn't help with that picture, but
Yeah.
Start from a new save for that one.
Cheese, what do you think about the world building in Bleach? Would you say it's good, bad?
I think Bleach is kind of middle ground. It has a decent bit of world building. It's not like a fucking isekai afterthought farted onto a page. But at the same time, it's also like it's not One Piece level because One Piece is just incredible world building. But it is like even compared to modern anime, I think Bleach is still up there in terms of like a very high average. Like there is no like big glaring issues with the world building in Bleach. I think the biggest problem with Bleach I have is with the way that Kubo writes Ichigo as a passive protagonist, and like none of Ichigo's like I don't want to talk about too much about it because I'm still making this into a video.
Yeah.
But, like Ichigo's thing is sort of he just goes along with everything, and that's kind of like the big problem with Bleach.
Why is that a
okay.
problem? I want to push back on why is that a problem?
Like,
though?
I don't think that
Because
it's a problem.
he
you know?
doesn't have like an overarching goal that he wants to achieve. He just does shit
mean,
because
He kind of
why does he
has.
need
His
one?
goal
Does
is to
every man
protect
in real
his
life
he,
have a
the
big
people
goal?
that he loves.
But
That
no,
his
but
goal.
like,
Yeah,
but
but it's
not
not-
everyone
it's
in
not
real
like-
life
take
has a
Luffy
big goal. I don't think it's necessary to even tell an interest.
But
I
that's
think
the
it's
whole
just
point. You're
relatable.
watching anime to get like it's escapism from real life. You don't want to do fucking taxis in anime.
What about Berserk? Everybody loves Berserk. No one's escaping in that story. Everyone is just being halted.
But it's a different story from shonen. That's why it's seinen. But like, if you compare to Luffy, for example, like compare Luffy's drive to become the pirate king. Like Ichigo doesn't have that drive. He
Because
just
he's
goes and does
depressed,
shit
bro.
because
That kid just has depression,
No,
bro.
wait, hold on. Ichigo does have a goal, which is protect like his loved one.
yeah, but it's not
If
like,
he
it's
has
not
the
like-
strength to do that, like that's like what pushes the plot forward because the world is dangerous and he needs to be strong enough to protect
But it's
everyone.
not just that.
That's
It's
Yeah,
because
but
he
the
literally
whole
lost
damsel
his
in-
mom, and he's literally
true.
been
Here,
trauma. He's
Yeah,
that's
but the whole
trauma's been
damsel in
burned into his
distress
head,
thing
bro.
is not a compelling reason to advance.
Ah, yeah, I agree with
Because
that. I agree
like,
with that.
Like Shonen has the whole thing of like you need to better yourself in order to achieve your own goal, and it's just like Ichigo is a good example of fucking external motivation, which is scientifically proven to be inferior to internal motivation. I just fucking wrote an essay on this shit.
But I really like Ichigo as a character. I think he's very.
No, yeah,
Like,
he
he's
is.
he's a good character, but I feel like his drive is lacking for it to be like super enjoyable in the same way that I enjoy One Piece.
Mm.
Okay, one of the reasons that I really enjoy Ichigo as a main character is that, like, compared to a lot of shows, like even not, like today, like usually the main character is it's kind of like childish,
He's a
like
virgin.
and
Yeah, Ichigo is easily the best representation of a
Yeah.
teenager in Shonen ever.
yeah, exactly. It doesn't feel like too far fetched that like that's the way that he would act in certain situations
Absolutely.
and stuff like
Absolutely.
that. And again, I kind of agree with Shiz in some aspects of the whole, but I still think that his goal it may not be as good as Luffy wanting to become like the king of pirates, and even Naruto wanting to become Hokage. But I still think that I can understand
What is
why
Goku's goal, bro?
he's
That guy just wants to beat everyone up. That guy has no goal other than punch someone in the
I
face.
I feel like my biggest problem with Ichigo's goal is that his goal alone doesn't give him any kind of drive.
Oh, I
Like
see, I
the,
see.
the drive comes from external factors. Also, consuming
What
the
if-
camera froze.
Oh yeah, you're a little.
Consumer got so angry that his camera froze.
Oh,
I think another reason, maybe I don't know. I'm just speculating here. Maybe Kubo didn't give him like an overarching goal, kind of like because he wanted to show a little bit more of the characters. You know, you need to, because if you really think about it, every character in Bleach kind of has its own thing going on,
Yeah.
and then they kind of have to unite their forces to fight against whatever. You know.
I think
Like
what
Bleach
makes
is Bleach. Yo, go on,
Ichigo
Consumer.
so interesting is just his fight against his trauma, like trying to overcome
True.
his depression. Like I think that more so than everything. I think each of the fights and everything he gets wrapped into sort of like helps him like confront his past a bit better.
Yeah.
Like it's the same
Oh,
way, like,
especially in the latest seasons, especially in the latest
yeah,
seasons.
so I don't really think he needs that goal because I think he's still got this thing he's working on. It's just not. It's just even more internal, I would say, than the other guys. I think. Like, why does he want? Why is his goal to help everyone? Because he still feels like guilty for not being able to help his mom. So like, I don't really feel like he needs like a big external goal because I think he's just watching him work through his traumas through each of the power-ups or whatever he gets is more interesting to me.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense, but at the same time, I feel like he's kind of lacking in that he doesn't like he has the goal of protect everyone, but he never goes out of his way to like seek ways to better himself for that goal unless someone is already in danger. Like that's the lacking point.
Okay, I see.
I guess so.
Like I'm currently in like towards the end of the one where they go to save Orihime because you must again.
Yo,
have
that
to
Ah,
arc
use
okay.
is-
The
this-
Wacom
Arrancar
Mundo
arc.
art. It's so
Woo!
good. So good.
That's some good shit.
So good.
And people will
It's
try
so
and
good.
tell you
of course, that's
Bleach
because
fell
we've
off
been
after
talking
Soul
about
Society.
Shonen. Who's
when the
the
Arankar arc
we-
exists. I just think that's a crazy
Yeah.
statement to say.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Since we've been talking so much about Shonen, we should obviously start a flame war in the comment section and decide who are the best girls in each of the big three.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Robin.
I here's my big three. Here's my big three of the big three.
Big three.
I'm gonna start this.
Big three.
The big, yeah, exactly. Okay.
Big three.
I was
Tsunade,
gonna say that.
without any doubt, Tsunade. She's the best woman in Naruto. I haven't watched One Piece yet, so I'm just gonna go with the default. I'm gonna trust consumer. Gonna go with Nico Robin, and
Goat.
with Bleach, that's when the shit starts getting hard for me, because I will. It's either a toss between Yoruichi, Ranjiku, and Orihime. Orihime.
Mine.
For me, it's a
Rangiku and Yoruichi are good choices. I'm
Rangiku
not
is
a
good.
big fan of.
Orihime
Yeah, I'm not
is-
a big fan of Orihime.
And I am a Rukia fan, but I can appreciate Orihime like as a
I'm
character.
I'm gonna drop my
Yeah,
two
yeah.
cents into this and say Yorichi's best girl out of all of them.
Why?
Yoruichi, you.
Why you like her? Because you saw that 1,000-year Blood War arc
you
panel,
like
huh?
God of
Is that
Thunder
why?
panel.
Anime knows the one.
Like one
Wait,
of
what
the best
panel?
panels ever drawn. That's all I'm gonna say.
Wait, what's the panel called?
Yoruichi God of Thunder, and you'll find it.
Yorichi, God of Thunder.
I don't even know what Kubo was thinking when he drew that. Bro was just
I know what he was
What?
thinking. I know what he was thinking.
that was meant to be a power up. It was completely unprovoked. Like I just flipped the page. I'm
Yeah. But I don't think that they're gonna add that on the anime of the new season,
No.
because like they
That
kind of
is,
cut a little bit of the humor
that-
on the last season. So
That is one of the panels to ever panel and a
exactly, exactly.
Speedy's like
Woken something
dropping
in
that
Speedy.
into his folder for later.
I'm gonna save this one for later. Hold on.
Yeah. What about
Yeah.
you?
What about you guys?
Consumer, go. Who are the
Me
best
first.
girls? We know it's Sakura from Naruto, and we all
No,
disagree
no.
with you.
Yeah. so
Actually,
I've
I
got
don't think
worst
I would
girl
put
ever.
anyone. Like, I don't think she's the best friend, but I do think she's my favorite. I do think she's my favorite. I just like her because I think she's overhated, man, and I really like the fact that she's hopeless, man. I love a girl failure. And no one
Kasuma's the
feels
type of guy
like
to be
that.
like, Kasuma is the type of guy that I can fix her.
yeah, I
So,
Wait,
have
what?
you seen Aho Girl by any chance?
No, I hate that. I
I've
hate that show.
heard of it.
The entire point of that show is girl failure.
It's like I can fix her. As Speedy said, I can fix her. Robin, self-explanatory, just the best.
Kasuma thinks he's a
character.
mechanic.
Luffy, and I think for Bleach, I would go Rukia. I love Rukia's character so much.
Yeah.
So much. Her and Byakuya,
Do you,
that stuff in Soul
can I
Society.
do a little spoiler of Bleach here, or are you?
Go on.
Okay, I know that like Ichigo ends up with Orihime and everything.
Yep.
But I was kind of shipping him with Rukia for the longest time.
Me
And
too.
when they started going towards Orihime, I was like, no, I like Orihime. She's cool, but it just feels like that Tite Kubo started the story with the idea of making Ichigo and Rukia a thing, and then he was like, yeah, just gonna do this thing
The
over
thing
here
is,
now.
Ichigo
I
and Rukia have
still
great
feel like
chemistry.
Rukia's like a final love thing. Like I think
Yeah.
at the
I
end it
didn't
fits
like
her
it.
better than Ichigo would have.
No, yeah. After Kubo introduces Renji, it fits the
Yeah.
story
You
better.
think so? It felt so
Yeah,
forced
yeah.
to me. I was like, her and Renji? Okay.
No, I like the fact that she got with
Also,
Renji. Like
Renji
Renji's
has
my
some of the most
boy.
fucking-
I hate
He-
Renji.
he's the he's
That
the
guy's
he's
a
my
little
favorite
weirdo.
character in
That
Bleach.
guy's such a
Renji's my
weirdo.
favorite character.
Yeah.
Look at his hair.
But yeah,
that guy sucks.
bro, don't diss the hairline. Don't diss the hairline.
Dembe fighting words. I'd have to say with One Piece, it's kind of a toss-up between Robin and I weirdly like the more recent takes of Boa Hancock.
Boa is just funny. to
yeah.
watch. Boa's a lot of fun.
But Boa is kind of growing on me. For Naruto, I would have to either go with Tsunade or weirdly Tenten. I quite like Tenten.
I love Tenten.
Tenten?
I love Tenten
Tenten?
so much.
Yeah,
she's just
Tenten's
so
fun. I like her.
she's
Wait,
the actual
is
girl
Tenten-
failure of the series. She's so adorable, and like every time she tries hard, nothing goes well.
Consumer.
Oh shit. Shit. Go. Alright,
Yeah, so
what are we gonna
sorry for that cut.
Yeah.
We had a quick talk about how Tenten is adorable. I do quite enjoy Tenten. Also, the power is really cool of like summoning weapons out of
Yes,
scrolls.
it's so good.
For Bleach, I do like Rukia, but I think I might have to go with either Yoroichi or Rangiku for best girl,
Yeah.
and
Why is
not just
everyone
because of
into
the
Rangiku
boobs.
like that? She's
fun.
mid.
I can give you two reasons.
give you
because
two
like,
reasons.
Oh,
It's
no.
Rangiku.
What?
Her
I like
personality and her personality.
I'll show
Yeah.
you.
I especially like the one where she's fighting against the well, like before the whole going to save Orihime. There's the fight with the what the fuck are they called? The strong hollows.
The Arrancar.
The Arankar.
Yeah, the Arankar. Like there's that fight scene against the Arankar, and I really enjoy it. Like Rangiku's personality really shines through in that.
Yo,
Yeah.
bro, we can't use the word personality around this one.
No, unironically, like she gonna get like more screen time like in later
Yeah.
seasons. But ironically, like I think that she has like the best character arcs, like in the filler seasons. Like
Her and Hina
they
really
kind of
work
make
together.
they kind of make the secondary characters shine a lot during the fillers.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I think that
Bleach-
Ranjiku is one of the
Bleach in general like has a really strong cast of characters,
true.
One
which
Piece
it
better.
needs because it is a very character-driven story.
That is also
True,
very
true.
true.
You know, consumer, you want to know what's my who was my favorite Naruto character for the longest time?
Hit me.
Rock Lee. Like,
Ah,
for the
that's not a bad
longest
choice.
time-
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
No, for like as soon as Rock Lee was introduced, I was like, yeah, he was
That's
supposed
my
to be the main
guy.
character. Like, yeah, him and Guy, damn, I love them. I love them. Like, I can I can always count on these two like to make me laugh. Like, it's so good.
Naruto better though.
And the
I will say though, from Naruto, I don't like any of the main trio. I find them all to be incredibly annoying.
Why?
Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke, they're all fucking irritating. Naruto's fucking Naruto's Datebayo. Sakura's just useless. She could be
Datebayo?
replaced with a fucking potato. And Sasuke is just the pinnacle of fucking early teen angst.
He is. At the start,
And
he
it's
is.
it's
but
not
I
like
think he
it's
really
not like even
grows into
believable
himself.
angst. Like if you compare Sasuke's fucking teenage angst to like Ichigo's teenage,
Is it worse
bouts,
than
it was-
Aaron's though?
No, I don't think.
I don't
think,
like Eren either. To
Oh,
be
okay,
fair.
fair enough. I was saying early Aaron was the definition of it.
No, the early Eren is the angst.
He goes from an
very
angry
angsty.
child to an angry teenager.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Eren either. Like, Attack on Titan has some amazing characters, and Eren is not one of them.
True.
Second that. He's a loser.
Yeah, I'm glad he got chopped into becoming a bit shorter.
Oh,
He gets to
spoilers.
experience
Maybe
the
some
Manta's
people
life.
here haven't seen Attack on Titan.
I mean, it's 2000. If in 2024 you haven't seen Attack on Titan, it is
Yeah.
Skill
like
issue.
and plus. I don't believe that the 5 people that are gonna watch this episode haven't watched Attack on Titan. So-
True.
Weirdly,
The
I
last
think Attack on
episode was
Titan
very
kind of falls
views.
into the same category as Naruto, where I don't like any of the main trio that
Hmm.
much. Like
Armin
Mikasa
is
is
cool.
okay.
Mikasa is a hardcore simp.
She is.
Armin has his moments, but I'm still forever angry at them choosing Armin over Erwin.
Bro,
Yeah.
Erwin is like 50 and like also like old. And Armin already
Yeah,
showed
but
his chops
Also,
by like turning
but the whole
himself
point
into
is that
like
Everyone
a
was controlling the
charcoal.
timeline.
Yeah, but the whole point is that the decision doesn't make sense.
It does.
Like, that's the problem
Yeah.
I have
It's
with
what
it.
Erwin would
If
have wanted.
Yeah, but it's Levi who's making the choice. He's a soldier. He's a good soldier. He would always save his superior officer, especially because Erwin is his best friend. And
But what if
then
he
there's
knew his
fucking
best friend
Armin,
would have
who's at
wanted
that
him
point
to
had like
save
one
them?
good thing to say.
Bro. Speaking about Erin, like, I remember when I was reading the manga of Attack on Titan, that final moment, that's damn. Like, people can criticize Attack on Titan and everything, but it was one of those few mangas that I could really like see the emotion of certain characters in certain moments. You know, like it is selfish the reason why Erin is doing everything that he's doing, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you know, you're like, okay, I kind of understand that. You know,
I don't.
With
I think
everything
he's a
that-
loser and a bum.
Also, I fucking hated the scene in the like very last part of the last season, fucking episode 6 or some shit about final season part 24. But the whole thing with him and Armin, like Eren going, I don't want Mikasa
Oh
to
my
love
god,
again.
thank you. I hated that scene
so
so much.
funny.
I wanted to
Yeah.
punch my
That was
TV
just
so
like-
hard.
That was
like
just
when I
good.
read that for the first time, I was like,
He's just
Oh,
such a loser.
are we going
I don't know how
that-
anybody can like him. He's just such a
Beta
loser.
male.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
boy.
it was a bit rough.
I didn't like
But
him.
yeah,
personally.
like as a whole, Attack on Titan is great. I'm just not the biggest fan of it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets too doom and gloomy towards the end. Like they
Frieren
should have
better.
I think they
Sword
should
Art
have done
Online season
more
1
gloom
better.
and doomy, honestly.
Yeah.
It
Should have just
it-
killed everyone.
like,
The story should
feels
have
like
ended
it's
with
trying
everyone
to-
dying.
Yeah, it feels like it's trying to achieve some kind of a middle ground, but it just becomes very samey because it's doing like it's not full send committing to like
Yeah.
becoming something like a berserk kind of story.
True.
But at the same time, it lacks for what you'd expect in a shonen. It lacks that kind of balance between the funny ha ha and oh my god, everyone's dead.
Mm.
Yeah.
But Potato.
Potato
Potato.
Girl was.
Potato is my
Potato-
life.
Potato Girl was best girl.
You look like a
Yeah.
potato.
Also, actually, to be honest, my favorite female character in Attack on Titan is Hanji.
Yeah,
Ooh, well,
I'd agree.
technically, Anji, okay, in the manga at least, Anji was supposed to be like
Ambiguous.
kind of a. No, it's like it's never like fully stated like if she's a woman or a guy. So you know, in
Yeah.
the anime they just decided to she's a woman, but in
Give
the
her
manga it's always
a
like
big old
oh,
podonkadonks.
yeah, exactly. Just give.
She's.
I think
know that she's a
who-
lot more shapely in the anime than. she
Yeah,
is in the
yeah.
manga.
What does she look
I-
like in the manga, actually?
Oh fuck! I don't
me find it.
She's
think
kind of.
I have like a
androgynous in
favorite
the
female
manga.
character in Attack on Titan
I don't
because at
either.
some
Oh,
point
shit, yeah.
I
Gubby.
they I know.
I don't really like
What?
any of the characters in Attack on Titan. I think they all
I
suck.
like some of them.
Wait,
Like,
hold on. Let me. I think I have one. Hold on. Let me do some research here.
Yeah, that's,
Okay.
that's definitely like not a woman, but like,
yeah, she's quite
Animates.
androgynous.
I
Yeah.
know what it is.
What?
Why you
Oh,
like
that's.
Anime, have you seen
Bro, I
ReZero,
almost
perchance?
almost lost my hearing now.
Have you seen ReZero, perchance?
How's the next song coming along?
God damn it.
Yeah.
And I-
Oh,
we
speaking
literally.
of which,
Oh, yeah.
may as
Go
well
on,
announce
Speedy.
it. Me and Animate have formed our own metal band.
Oh my god.
It's
And you're
called
making songs.
It's called Silver Soul.
The femboy,
Excellent.
Yeah,
femboy
this is a
I've
record.
like published music that's something along the lines of the brand new TikTok hit piece.
God damn it.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that that we are
It's
like.
got 600,000 views and we don't know why.
Okay.
Half of
I
them are
was-
in Arabic and they're all.
I
half the
was
TikTok
telling
comments
Speedy
are
the
all
other
in
day.
Arabic and they all said they love femboys. Now that's something that's confusing me because I'm pretty sure that's illegal in those countries. But we'll say it's cool.
Speedy, people in
I think
general like
yeah.
doing things that are illegal.
It's
I
like
know.
me and my parking ticket today.
Yeah.
I love parking.
How
where
much
I'm
was your
not
parking
supposed to.
ticket? I've only gotten 2 parking tickets. One of them was at uni.
I haven't got a
and the
single
other-
parking ticket
You
yet.
don't have a license.
I
Okay.
know.
I was telling
I'm
Speedy
Me
this the other
illegally
day.
parking my scooter.
I literally went throughout the whole emotional range of emotions, like with this video, because at first I was like, yeah, okay, it's doing good on TikTok, nice. But then I was like, fuck, is this the video that decided to blow up? Like I had videos that I've worked on weeks.
This is Animate's legacy.
And people are like, yeah, we love this. We want a full song. Then okay, I'm gonna start working on the full song, and then I'm like, and then I'm like, what if the people don't like the full song and they just like the 30-second song? So then I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? I don't know if I'm feeling happy or sad about this whole thing. So it is like,
You know
but
the
at the end of the day,
anime
Sorry.
men who sort of do like these anime live music videos. You could do something like that on YouTube on like just a new account and just see what happens with your
Yeah.
songs. With a full version of it.
I always wanted to kind of like go on the music side of YouTube as well. But the only problem is, and I was telling that to Speedy as well the other day,
Yeah.
is that I suck at recording myself playing. Like I can play the guitar. Like I like to think of myself as like an intermediate player at best. But when I have to record something, I become like a beginner. Like I cannot do like a full recording without any mistakes. And that like make like for example, we are doing the songs and I'm doing the drums, the bass, the guitar. Could you imagine the level of
Multi-instrumentalist.
just a little bit. But
I
yeah,
scream on the songs.
yeah, but yeah. So and I am a little bit of a perfectionist. So like I kind of have like a pre-production version of the song ready, but I still need to fix some stuff here and there. I've sent it to Speedy, and he said that it's pretty good, but the drums are a little bit off. The guitars sometimes are a little bit out of tune. So you know, I think that if to produce a song, it is like a lot hard. So
Especially if you're one person trying to record.
exactly,
Yeah,
bro. I can't wait for it to have like more members to do the other stuff. I just want to get to the point where I only do one thing.
Just
I just want to play guitar and that's it.
just go.
But yeah, I remember the girl that I like on Attack on Titan.
Okay.
So
Which
you
would
guys are
happen.
might thinking, what the fuck happened here? Well, we decided to divide these episodes in 2 parts because it was very long. So if you want to know how this episode's gonna end, check in next week to the Generic Anime Podcast, and you're gonna keep hearing us talking about very interesting topics. You want to say something? You want to say something?
Get him on. I want to hear what he has
Yeah.
to say. I want to hear what he has to say.
Okay. You want to say something? Okay, because they are barking here. So Lola, say something to the people that are watching this episode. She doesn't want to say anything. She doesn't want to say
What
anything.
about the other
Camera
one? What about
shy.
the other? Bring the other one. Bring the other one.
Well, that's it for today's episode. See you
guys,
next week.
Guys,
Bye.
This dog wants to say something. This dog wants to say something.
Don't do it.
Okay.
Anime is bad.
Oh my.
Anyways.
Bye
It
bye.
just looks like we're
We'll see you
fingering
next
it right
week.
now.